Olympic time is here. Happiness and cheer, fun for all that children call their favorite time every 4 years. And that's what we talked about today. I'm so sad that I just destroyed that Christmas jingle to make it about the Olympics, but that's what we're on, aren't we, Laura?
We love that. We love the Olympics like Dom loves Christmas in July. So you know what? It works to blend the two.
Listen, the Christmas spirit is alive and well. The Temptations had a song called Christmas Every Day, and that's how I feel. But listen, it's crazy that we are finally here after 4 years and after all these months of talking about it. The Olympics kick off. And guess what? We kind of talked about it today a little bit, kind of gave some things that we're looking forward to as far as events and athletes to watch. And we even dished out a couple hot takes too.
We did. We dished out some hot takes and we also dished out some pretty great jokes at the start of the episode. So there's a lot to love in this one.
There's a lot to love. And listen, we love you. We love the support that you give us. So, what we need you to do outside of donate to the Broke Podcasters Foundation,
Help us report.
hashtag help us report, and we're trying to get to hashtag PONOMO. What we want you to do is go follow us on social media, Lactic Acid Podcast, follow Laura at L Thweet. And then once you do that, wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple, Spotify, whatever it might be, which one, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you are updated every time an episode drops. Do the same thing on YouTube. We're actually doing some fun mini videos where I'm going to be spinning some hot takes for about 5 minutes, and hopefully you guys still love us by the time I'm done with that. And so we want you to do that. Go ahead, like, subscribe, do the same thing. If you like what you're hearing, listen, go ahead and leave a nice review. Laura and I love each and every one of you listening, and so we hope the love is reciprocated. Ain't that right, sister?
We do. We love all of you. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with us. And like Dom said, we hope you're enjoying what you're listening to.
And we will catch you next time. Enjoy the episode. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? As you can see by the smiles, we're just so excited to talk with you for the next 32 minutes. Welcome to Lactic Acid. I'm Dom.
Laura.
And together we are the dynamic duo. We are the bread and butter pickles on a hamburger sandwich. We are like the peanut butter and jelly of podcasts, and we are your host today of the legendary Lactic Acid. I still don't know why I say legendary, but it makes me feel good. But my sister, what does it do?
It be doing. And you say legendary because we are legends, obviously. That's why it's legendary. Look at us. Look at who we are.
I feel that. Listen, I'm not going to deny the greatness that is in the room. When they say read the room, you have to read twice because we're just the
That's
greatness
right.
that surrounds it and
Yes.
everything. I wanted to start off. I have a question for you,
Oh,
and
perfect.
it requires your full undivided attention,
Oh boy. Okay.
and I need an answer.
Okay. No pressure. Here we go.
Why do bananas wear sunscreen?
So not expecting it to go this way. Um, because otherwise they'll peel.
Dang it. I did not think you would
Is
get
that
that.
the answer?
That's the answer.
No way. I was like, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I never get jokes. That's the first joke I think I've ever gotten. In 35 years of life, that's the first punchline I've gotten correct. Wow. I
Wow.
have a really good one actually. I hit this one with my team the other day and no one thought it was funny, but I laughed really hard. What do you call a magician who loses their magic?
I actually don't know.
Ian.
What?
I don't know. I think I found that joke on like Pinterest, just like age myself here. It's where I get a lot of my content.
Can you
I
explain?
laughed so hard by myself. I couldn't stop laughing. I don't know why that one really got me. So yeah, there's my joke.
Why did but can you explain that? What does that even
Because
mean?
if you take magician, if you spell it out and then you take magic away, it's literally
Oh,
IAN.
I can see you enjoying that joke.
I thought it was so funny.
Okay, okay. Why did the Clydesdale give a pony a glass of water?
Yeah, I don't
Because it was a little hoarse.
know. Nice. Okay. All right. We're just gonna keep this train rolling. What do you call a giant with carrots in his ears?
A giant with carrots in his ears? A carrot top?
That's actually really clever and funny, but no, that's not the joke. It's anything you want because he can't hear you.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yours is better, arguably better
I
than
mean,
the.
I appreciate it. Okay, let's do one more each. Um, even though I'd love how you're rattling these off. Um,
I didn't know I had so many like really good jokes tucked away.
what lights up a soccer stadium?
I don't know.
Actually, screw that one because it's actually stupid. The answer is a soccer match. Um,
Ah,
yeah,
yeah, that was dumb.
no.
Do another one.
Okay. Oh, go. Okay.
Do a better one. I didn't
Okay.
love that.
Okay. If athletes get athlete's foot, what do elves get?
I don't know.
Mistletoes.
Ah, you and your Christmas. That's a good one for you because you love Christmas so much.
I know Christmas time is.
Okay, I only have it's kind of more it's more of like a riddle. I don't really have any jokes left. What starts with an E, ends with an E, and only has one letter in it?
Starts with an E, ends with an E, and only has one. E
No,
starts with an E, ends with an E. I don't know.
envelope.
Oh my gosh,
Right?
that's
I was like, wait for it. Wait for it.
oh my gosh. I
When
that
someone hit me with that for the first time, I was like, I don't get it. And they were like, think about it. And I was like, oh.
that
All
is
right, now I only have
genius.
three. That's all I have.
Feel like I have to redeem myself like for the bad ones. Like there is like honest, like how did the barber win the race?
I don't know.
He used a shortcut.
Yeah, I would not. I was gonna say he shaved off seconds. I don't know.
See, that was good too. See, yours were hitting on something today. I like that. Uh, dang, mine were off. Those were actually good. That envelope one.
Yeah, hold on to that. You can use that. I've used that a ton. Icebreakers, just when you never know when you need to pull that one out, but I've held on to that for like 5 years.
On
Comes
a
in
scale on a
handy.
scale of one to Winston Bishop, how are we with these jokes?
I'd say Winston Bishop.
This is the sad song in the
Yeah.
world.
We love Winston. We're big Winston fans on Lactic Acid.
Oh,
Um,
can do it now. Our boy
oh,
Schmidt.
yeah, that's right.
All right, here we go. One, two, three.
29.
29. Sorry for the tape delay for those listening.
Yeah. Also, welcome to our jokes episode.
Welcome to
Uh,
our jokes.
please hang with us. We are gonna get to some track and field. We just
Comedy
have to
hour.
get started off, Again, this is how we're ice breaking you into the episode. A little joke round. Lighten everyone up, loosen everyone up.
Loosen everybody up. Listen, we provide the comic relief to your day. You
That
can
you
go
didn't
to
know you needed, but you need now that you're listening
you,
to us.
yeah. So when you're making it rain at a club, ask somebody what starts with an E, ends with an E, and has one letter in it.
Yep.
Tell the bartender that, and
Might
he'll
get you free
tell
drink.
he might give you a free drink. Buy one, get one free deal on those ginger whiskeys or
You
something
never
like that.
know.
You never know. But don't mention our names in it. Please don't.
Yeah, no, yeah, don't give me credit. It's fine. You can take it. You
Yeah,
can
you
just
can
have
take
that.
it. Listen,
You're
we
welcome.
will. Yeah, I know people say it's plagiarism, but it's really not. We're giving it to you. It's a free gift you don't have to pay
It's a
for.
free gift. Yeah.
Before we talk about track, I have to say that this is a special week of track and field because the Olympics start this week.
They do.
And not only that, we will have an episode that will be released soon and very soon. And by soon and very soon, I mean this coming Thursday with the legendary Dina Castor. Um,
Woo.
and we're going to be talking about the marathon, and we're going to actually, I'm not going to give everything away. Um, but if you missed it, we had Marissa Howard on. I told you guys we were going to have guests. Laura and I told you
We
that we're
told you.
going to.
Yeah, we did like 15 episodes, just us, and made you think that maybe we weren't gonna ever have guests, but we've had 3 incredible guests so far, and we are just getting started.
Yes, we just wanted to keep you on your toes to make sure you were stretching your Achilles out. That's how much we wanted to
Yeah.
stretch it out as far as what's
You
maybe
know.
to. But it's
Keep you.
good. But it's good to hang with you, sister, once more.
Yeah, I know, it's good. It feels just like a normal Wednesday. Dom and I every Wednesday.
Tell
Listen to
me,
this week.
tell me one good thing that you ate for lunch or breakfast today that you
Oh,
like.
I ran with one of my best friends, Tina, this morning at Davidson Mesa, which for those of you in Colorado, especially in the more Boulder area, you know what that is. It's my favorite run, or one of my favorite runs. It's like a 3.5-ish mile dirt loop up on the mesa just outside of Boulder, and it just like overlooks the Flatirons. It's just a great place to go when you just kind of like need to remember why you like to run. Anyway, all of that to say, I ran with Tina there, and then we went to one of my favorite new coffee shops in Boulder called Dry Storage, and they make all their own baked goods. And I got this vanilla peach cream tart. Oh my God,
Ooh,
it was so good. And I
ooh.
paired that with the vanilla latte. Delicious. It was a perfect little treat after my run. So that was the best thing I've eaten today so far.
You had a vanilla peach latte.
No, I had a
I'm sorry,
vanilla tart, but I
tart.
paired it with a vanilla latte because that's my favorite drink is a vanilla latte.
We are about to make history here on Lactic Acid.
Oh man, big stuff.
I agree with everything that you just said.
What really? I thought you were gonna have issues with the vanilla peach tart for some reason. I don't know why. I just like felt like maybe that was gonna bother you, but I'm glad that it didn't because it was delicious and I'm still thinking about it. I wish I would have gotten 2.
Do you you could have sent one to me.
I
Actually,
know.
no.
I could have eaten one later. I love a little snack later, you know?
I love that. You could have sent one to me. No, I would have eaten it. I was like, all right, bet, say less, dude.
Yeah.
Um, wow. Well, I live in the South, so you know we like peaches and
Yes.
stuff. Um, bonus question.
Oh, okay.
Where does Justin Bieber get his peaches from?
Down in Georgia.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. It was
For
a
those of you who are like OG listeners, you get that. You understand that question and why he asked me that.
did I don't know if I deleted that part or not.
I hope
But
you, I think I asked you to, but it's kind of funny now. Dom hit me with that, and I so confidently said California. And then we both looked at each other, and I was like, no, no, that's not right. It's Georgia.
it was crazy. Like I went along with it, and then
You did. And so for like a minute, I was like, I nailed that. And then I was like, oh my God, I didn't nail that. That's so embarrassing.
Laura was like talking trash and like I got this. What you talking about? And I was like, oh snap, she's serious.
Yeah. Like,
Um,
oh, she really actually thinks that's right.
but listen,
You're
I
a good friend
couldn't.
though. You like went along with it. You're like, I can't tell her. She's too confident. That was the correct answer.
I had to listen. I had to look out for my friend. I had to delete her from the air. It's
Yeah.
on the blooper reel. Actually, you know what? It's on the Patreon page.
Yeah, we
Uh,
still are gonna do a Patreon page where it's lactic acid uncut and it's where all the juicy stuff is, but you have to pay for that because we're poor. So we're gonna charge a lot for that.
yeah, I'm trying to get these shirts made for my race. So if y'all want to just donate $24 so I can pay for these shirts,
That'd be
uh,
really great. We would love you forever.
yeah, because
We give you a shout out on the pod. Pretty big deal.
literally after my race, I'm gonna be like, listen, you paid for this shirt. Like, gosh. So listen, if you want to pay for my shirt and if you want to pay for the shirt that I'm trying to make for Laura, sow a seed to the Lactic
Yeah,
Acid Foundation.
we would love that. It'd
We
be
would
great.
love that. We've been asking y'all to do that for, I was thinking about this, then we're gonna get the track. The first episode, we've been asking for money because we asked Russell Wilson to donate to the Athletes Fund and the Broke Brothers
Okay.
Foundation.
Yeah. Has he done that yet?
No, Russ, I know you're in Pittsburgh, but that offer still
And
stands.
we also
So
know that you listen to us weekly. So
weekly.
any day now that you want to just chip in, we're here.
Yes, we're here. We're ready. We're available, and we appreciate it. Uh, but no, we peaches. I love peaches. I just bought 3 peaches today. So that with vanilla, and I'm not mad at what is it? Latte choice.
Vanilla latte. That's my favorite drink.
I'm
That's what
not.
I always get unless I go to Starbucks in the summer, which I often do. And then I get a salted caramel cream cold brew, and that will change your life.
It's time to change the subject because I
It's a good pivot. I knew you were going to hate that. So I was like, this will get us moving into the next direction that we'd like to go today.
you did that on purpose. That
I did.
that was not nice.
I did. Yep, that was intentional.
Diabolical. But wow. As we regroup from that layer of hell, the Olympics, as we said, is on the horizon. And so we're not going to bore you going event by event by event. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who listened to us go event by event by event by event by event.
You guys really held in there with us, and we appreciate you.
We appreciate it.
4 hour episode.
Uh, yeah. Yeah, so shout out to each and every one of you. We love you. We appreciate it. It was actually that distance part. If I'm not mistaken, it was our most listened to or our second most listened to episode.
Well, see, okay, so maybe they do want us to go event by event, but we're still not going to do that.
No,
Going to do that today. But as the Olympics progress, we will obviously have more in-depth conversation about what we are seeing, what events are happening. But today, we decided that we were just going to go and talk about 2 races or 2 events that we are really pumped about and are like looking forward to. So we're going to start there today.
Laura, since you are the GOAT and I'm not, would you like to start us off?
Yes, I would. And I feel like when you told me that we were going to do that in my head, I was like, that's an impossible task because I'm excited for literally everything. I like can't decide what I'm excited for. There's too many things. Too many things. I am pumped for the women's 400-meter hurdles, Femke and Sid McLaughlin-Lavroni. I think we're going to see a sub 50 race,
Ooh.
and I just don't even know what to do with that. Because they are both on fire right now doing things neither has ever done. So I think that's going to be an epic, epic battle that I am just here for. The women's 1500, I love it. I'm so pumped. After what we saw at Monaco with Faith Kipyegon and Jessica Hull, that was wild. And then all of, our American runners, Nikki, Ellie, and Emily Mackay. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many. I can't even, like, I'm already like blacking out trying to think about what else, but those 2 for sure, I'm like really pumped for. But also, I think this is interesting, and you probably already know this, Dom, but my teammates and I were talking about this yesterday. So you know that in the 200, 400, 800, 15, 100-meter hurdles, 110-meter hurdles, and 400-meter hurdles, the athletes who don't get a big cue out of the first round will not, like, there's no little cues. They will be granted an additional round. And I don't know what that, it starts with an R, I think, the additional round.
Recharge rounds.
Yeah, that's new, right? And so then
Yeah.
if they qualify out of that, they can still make the semis, but there's going to be like an extra race in the 200 all the way up to the 400-meter hurdles, where if you don't automatically get out of the first round, you go do this additional round.
So as of right now, it is 4:30 or 2:30 your time. I kid you not. At 4:28 with 57 seconds left, I got a text message as you were talking about it.
Did
Uh,
you?
yes, asking somebody text me, asking about the recharge rounds, and I heard about it.
Yeah, that
Um,
I hadn't heard about that. And on the rests yesterday in our workout, one of my teammates, Connor, was like, "Hey, have you heard about this? Is this new?" And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I was like,
I
"I've never heard of that. Like, what?"
I'll be honest with you, I don't like it.
I
And
don't
I
get
don't
why either.
I so back in the day, if you're kind of looking at the progression of world records, let's use a Michael Johnson, for example. They ran 4 rounds of events. So to me, 4 rounds is a lot. Shout out to him. He obviously probably could have ran faster if it was only three. I am not a fan of that because it prolongs the meet. It
Yes.
makes everything longer. That
Yes. And
just
that
that
many
j-
events too. That's like 8 events.
yes, like that's 8 events. It prolongs the meet. As an athlete, you're at a disadvantage because you have to run an extra round.
Around.
Um, I don't like it. I don't, and I don't, and I want to be careful how I state this. I really want to be careful how I state this because I feel for anybody who doesn't make it, crap happens.
Mhm.
Crap happens.
Especially
You,
at this level in this type of championship racing, like literally anything can happen. And we've already seen that at like, just look at the trials.
yeah, like favorites don't make it.
Mhm.
Stuff like that. Sometimes you trip over a hurdle. Sometimes you false start. Sometimes crap happens, and I hate that, and it's unfortunate and it's sad. I'm just not with this. Like I can't. I'm not with it. I think it prolongs the meet. I think I'm not gonna say it's a waste, but this meet's already long.
It, when you look, the track goes for like 11 days.
Yes.
That's just
So
track. I mean, it's wild. Like that's so many days, so many rounds already. That when I first initially heard this, I was like, I feel like that's almost a disservice to the athletes, even though you're
yeah,
trying to technically like help them if they don't make it out. Like it
yeah.
gives them another route to do that. But so did little cues. Like, and then no one had to run an extra race. So like I was like, I don't get why I don't know how this decision happened and who was like, this is what we should do. Like, it's very confusing to me how this all came down.
I don't understand it. If anything, add two more little cues.
That's,
Or
yes, you might as well do that. Like, why not that? And then everyone still has is on the same playing field.
but here's the thing. 100 meters, you do feel every race in track and field is hard because it requires different muscles to be used.
Mhm.
So people say, "Oh, it's just 100 meters." You can feel 100 meters after a couple rounds.
Or
Um,
also, it's not only the physical component, it's like the emotional, psychological component. Like you have to keep coming up for these added races. Like that also drains your cup, like especially at a level like this. Like that's exhausting. So then when you're adding more of that in, by the time you get, if you can make it to the final, like again, I just don't think that it's just it muddies what I think is just like the level playing field as far as everyone is doing the same amount of things or like has the same opportunity. I don't know. Like it just, I don't get it. Don't get it.
Sage, Sage Herta Clucker, huge fan of Sage, incredible runner, and hate that this year didn't go the way that she had hoped. But I was watching the post race interviews at the trials, and she didn't make the 800 when the thing Mo um, fell
Mm.
or was tripped.
Yeah, she
Sage
hurdled.
and yeah, but Sage was in the infield. She ended up in the infield.
Mm.
Um, and it just messed up, screwed up the entire race.
Yeah.
She said in the semifinals of the 1500, it was so hard for her to get back up for the 15, like to keep going, to keep doing pre-race, to keep doing treatment, to go to bed, to do all the little things that you have to do. There's a routine that you have to follow. You can't just eat a 3-piece extra crispy before and think that you're going to be at the same, unless you're me, and think
Yeah.
you're going to be
I was gonna say, well, it depends
it
who you are.
depends.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, no. That is not enough.
I'm just trying to say I may have had something fried before advancing to a championship meet. But anyway, unless you're like you're in rare air to where you can get out of your routine. And obviously, life is about flexibility. It's about adjustments. But it's hard to do. That is a difficult task to kind of take on and to ask them, okay, you got burned in this race. I can't imagine doing an 8 or a 15. A 2 is hard. Like a 2, sprints are hard. Sprints are hard. 400-meter hurdles are hard. All of it is difficult. But you have to run a 15?
Running an extra 1500. You're running
Like that's
And so then I was laughing. I was like, well, what's Safan Hassan gonna do? Because she's already gonna run like 15 races. By chance she doesn't auto queue and has to run one of these. That's like I'm like, this is nuts. She's gonna run like 100 races.
she is, and then gonna turn around and run Chicago, I'm sure.
Honestly, she's gonna be a late ad. I'm just like bracing myself. I'm like, I'm ready for it. She's gonna come off the Olympics and be like, oh, by the way, I will also be at Chicago. Cool. Why not? Everyone else is doing it.
Or basically, it's like she'll come and then Laura run to a 10, and then that'll be the end of that.
I mean, you heard it here first. I am going after the world record at Chicago.
What? Here's what Laura is saying.
And I will
Laura
break it by a minute.
Laura is saying she's about to run what she bench presses in the Chicago Marathon.
It's true. Well, yeah, that's true. I bench press. Well, I don't bench press. I deadlift. I haven't bench pressed since college. I deadlift 225. So I'd actually like to run faster than my deadlift because your
What was
girl's
your
girl's gonna full send for a PR. That is my goal.
what was your bench press in college?
Like the bar, I don't think 45 pounds. Like maybe I
Okay.
had 2 5s on either side at one point. I was very not strong in college, which also why I was injured all of the time.
That means Laura's just going to run a marathon in 55 minutes. That's what she's trying to tell you.
Yeah, that would be cool.
She's
Yeah,
going to
so we'll
use
see.
some specialty Sauconys with her logo on it, and everything. I was thinking about putting the lactic acid logo on my racing shoes.
Why
Just come
not?
just come out with swag.
Love that.
Um, my bench press is like my 400-meter time, so we don't want that. So,
But that means that's strong though.
listen,
He's
I never.
strong.
He is swole. He is swole. Strong, swole. Trying to be like Laura. Um, but anyway, when it comes to how we feel about the recharge, I think there's a hashtag which will lead to a chant. Hate on three, hate on me. 1, 2, 3.
Hate on
Hate on
me.
me.
Hate on
Hate.
three. No.
I meant like on three, we say hate together.
Oh, just hate.
Yes. Hate on three. One,
Like
two,
I don't have
three.
this.
Okay.
Hate.
Hate. There we go.
Okay. Woo. I'm unwell. Your girl's
We
hanging on by a thread. Okay.
we
Well,
are
what are your events that you're looking forward to? You never answered the question because I got ahead of
well,
myself and dove into the recharge races.
you took both of them. So,
Those were yours too?
those are actually I was going to use the hurdles. And I'm going to come back to that in a second and then we're going to wrap up. My two, I am excited. And this is so generic. I'm excited for the sprints, specifically the men's 100
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good.
and the men's 400.
Mm.
Now, listen, we're only picking two. We're only picking two because
Yeah.
the women's race is going to be insane too. Don't get it twisted. I know people, y'all don't sleep on Julian Alfred and don't sleep on Jamaica because I know everybody's, no, they're not. They're not. Listen, Jamaica's going to come ready to go with Sharika Jackson, Shelly Ann Fraser Price. This is her last go around. Mommy
Oh,
Rocket, as they call her, she's going to be ready. Um, and then in the women's 200, Gabby Thomas, I mean, I've never seen anybody get left in the blocks basically or have such a slow start and then run down the field and run
that
21
was
8.
unbelievable. That was the most wild race of the weekend. We were recapping London on my other podcast, Relay, and that was what I said. I was like, yes, the women's 8 was wild and insane, and we're seeing history. It's crazy. But I was like, that 200, let's talk about that for a second. I was like, that was the most wild thing I've ever seen. With like, she was like sixth coming off the turn. And I was like, wow, like she is out of this. And because I watch sprint now, I'm obviously an expert in starts. So I was like, oh my God, she had a terrible start. Like she'll never make it that up. Um, and she made that up and more and then won in like the last 40 meters. Like she's like, with 50 to go, she was like fourth. She still had to pass like 3 people. And she did it. And I was like, oh my God, that was insane.
That was absolutely bonkers. So I'm
So
like,
remember
okay,
all those haters out there who were doubting her back in like May? What do you have to say now? Where are you now? That's all I'm gonna say.
it's not me. I'm still, we.
Yeah, it was not Tom. I'm still here. It wasn't him.
So
He's
listen,
the one
we've
that
been,
I'm talking about.
we listen, we love Gabby Thomas over here, Sister
We
Gabby.
love Gabby Thomas. We are big Gabby Thomas fans. I want her to
Uh,
come on the podcast. So,
yeah,
Gabby, if you're listening, we're impressed with what you have done in the last month and a half of your season and the form you are in. We think big things are going to happen in Paris. And then please come on after Paris and tell us all about it.
yes,
If you're
over
listening.
some, over, over some chocolate baguettes and
Yes.
tarts.
Yes.
Um, the men's 100. I will tell you this. It's weird. Noah Lyles just finds ways to win. But if you never have seen USA versus Jamaica, that is as legit of a rivalry as possible. And I feel confident in saying that it is back.
Mhm.
Because they got some dudes over in Jamaica that are stepping different, consistently running 9.7s and taking their foot off the gas running 9.7s. The reason I am so excited about the men's 100 is there's such uncertainty because anybody, I don't want to say anybody could win, but Noah Lyles will probably come in as the presumed favorite. Jamaica has their stable of runners, but then Team USA, I mean, I can't sleep on somebody like a Fred Curley. I can't sleep on somebody um, like a Kenny Bednarik. There's so much talent in this race, and it's going to be so fast. And the winner is going to, I don't see a USA sweep, but I don't see a Jamaican sweep. I think it's somewhere in the middle. And by in the middle, there's obviously 3 medals. So I can't give you a prediction of who's going to win, but I'm just saying it's going to be something stupid. It's going to be
Yeah.
fast. And I just love that the rivalry is back, dates back to Usain Bolt against Johan Blake, against the rest of Team USA, and the sprinters that USA had with Gay Gatlin and all those. Obviously people feel the way they feel about it, but listen, it was must-see TV when they did line up. The men's 400 has gotten so much more interesting in the last 17 days.
Yeah, it really has.
Because Quincy Hall is a dog. 43.8. Quincy might be one of my favorite interviews that I've ever done, and I talked about it on an episode or two prior to this. But his mentality is different. Like, he is a dog. He is not going to stop. He's not going to quit. He's one of the toughest ones out there. Michael Norman is getting healthy again. We know what he's capable of. He's the guy that we thought could challenge Wade Van Niekerk's world record. I still think that. He's just been a little banged up this year, but if he can get healthy, if he can get the issue that he's dealing with, get it manageable, he's going to be, in the works to win. But now it's not just the United States. We didn't even talk about the women, where Jamaica, has, people running. Price ran 48.5. And now you have to throw her in the ring. But when it comes to the men, Matthew Hudson Smith from Great Britain just popped 43.7. You have so many guys running 43 low. And for something, I don't want to say I was not excited about that, because it's not true. I was very excited. I think that race is going to be lit because I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited that there's parity. Like I know, when it comes to all these races, we can have our, us favorites. Noah's going to win 200. Well, he should be the presumed favorite. Do I think he's going to get challenged? I do. Doesn't mean I don't think he's going to win. Not going to do predictions, but I'm going to leave you guys with this. And Laura, if you have one, go for it. I have a hot take. I have I have a hot take. I actually may have two hot takes, but I'm going to save the other hot take for later. 49.82, 49.81
Oh, wait, for the women's.
for the women's 400-meter hurdles.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna see a sub 50. So I mean, I'm on that take with you. Like I think we're gonna see one of those two women, if not both of them, will break 50.
I don't know if Femke breaks 50 this year,
I
but
don't
I
know.
think Sid will.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Sid will. I just think, yeah, I mean, watching her run what she ran at the trials, like she looked like there's just more. Like, I mean, she always looks like that, but it just looks like there is more, and she is almost like saving it, like she's not gonna pop that yet. So I think she definitely breaks 50. I think Finn Bolt can do it. I think those two have elevated each other in that event so incredibly that I think when you get them together at the Olympic Games, I think we're going to see something. I think we're going to see history. It's going to be awesome. So I'm so pumped for that race. I'm just like, may everyone safely get through the rounds. Please, God. Please, please, please safely get through the rounds. I'm so nervous about that.
Yes, and put Femke. I don't care if Femke could come in ninth place. Don't give her the recharge round. Put her next to Sid and let
Yeah,
them
do
push each
not give
other.
any of them they don't need to be recharged. No, no, no. And I hate the name of that because you're like, that's not what it's doing. It's decharging you.
It really is because it drains you more than it helps you.
Yes, it's not in it like that is I don't like we said. I've already stood on my soapbox with that, but I do not get it. I guess only time will tell how this all plays out. But
All right. So, Laura, any final or closing thoughts?
not really. I'm just pumped. We've made it to another Olympic Games, and I think this is gonna be the one of the best ones yet. So yeah, I'm excited.
And we are excited. Not sure what we're going to do as far as we'll do an Instagram live or two. We will definitely keep you guys posted and everything. But listen, we appreciate you. We hope that you enjoy the Olympics. Stay tuned. Episode with Dina out soon and very soon. Check out the episode with Marissa that came out last week and the other episodes as well. Love, peace, of chicken grease, and we'll catch you next time.